Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome to Chapter 5 of Chronicles of the Vaping Beaner. Yeah, I know it's been a hot minute since I've been here, but after the move and all that, for those of you who have known what's been going on, I'm back and doing another review for some juice. At this point, I'm going to be reviewing the Mad Rabbit line of juice. I know a lot of you guys have been using their wire or using the pre-built coils, and they have some great stuff. But right now, I'm going to be reviewing the juice. We've got a Mad Rabbit Blue Raspberry. We've got a watermelon flavor that's going to be right here. And then you've also got a lemon meringue pie. Great stuff, all three of them, but we're going to go ahead and review all three of them very briefly, just to kind of give you guys an insight as to what these juices are going to taste like. First and foremost, I'm going to go with the Mad Rabbit Blue Raspberry. Now, I am going to say, it seems like pretty much every single company feels the need to put out a Blue Raspberry something, but that's simply because, let's be honest here, who doesn't like Blue Raspberry? Blue raspberry is a great fruit, and it makes for a really good juice. Now, obviously, you got blue raspberry in a variety of different kinds. Like, for example, you got Naked, who's been mixing it with a bunch of other flavors. Because you got, like, the Naked Very Berry, which is going to be a blue raspberry with blueberry. Okay, cool. It's a great flavor, but not exactly what some people are looking for. If you want something that's going to be straight up blue raspberry, you want this one right here. Let's go ahead and give it a vape. I'm going to give you guys an insight as to what this tastes like. Go ahead and give it a drip. I am currently still using my Dark Horse. I've tried a bunch of RDAs, and I've found that as far as ease of build, easy to drip, because it's got that big wide chuff cap, I end up going back to my Dark Horse every single time. So got it on my Sigelli 213 here, which shout out to Chad Lucas for hooking me up with this thing when my other one got stolen. I know it's been a while, bro, but thanks again for hooking me up with this mod, because this thing has been a champ through everything that I've put it through. So let's go ahead and give it a vape, see what it tastes like. Definitely a good solid blue raspberry. I will say that for this juice in particular, it is straight up blue raspberry. Like I said before, there's a lot of juice companies that have been blending it with all kinds of other stuff, like the Occultist, what's that one? The Occultist Bones, which is a sour blue raspberry. There is nothing sour about this. It's just a really good fruity flavor. It's almost like a blue raspberry candy, because it is a little bit sweet, but I mean, you got blue raspberry and nothing but in that juice, and it's fantastic. I do love this juice. I will say I vaped these before I started the video, and I do have my personal preferences. I'm going to give you a couple of cons that I have with these, just quick gripes that I want to give you once I get to the end of this video. But without further ado, let's continue on to some of these other flavors. You got the watermelon. And we're going to go ahead and clean this coil out real quick. And then we'll be right back to make sure that we get this thing dripped. Alright, we're back. I got this coil cleaned out, dried out from the blue raspberry. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a drip with the watermelon flavor that we got here. Go ahead and drip this in. Got a lot of cotton in there, so I gotta give it a good drip. Now, one of the things that I can say about these juices is that they are very, very heavy. I know there's a lot of juices out there that have been going to 70-30 as a kind of base as for all of their juices. This one, I don't actually know exactly what the blend is, but I will say that they look very heavy, and the cloud production that these juices give you is very thick. So for a lot of you cloud chasers out there, or maybe folks that are doing comps and stuff, this is going to be a juice that you're going to want to give an opportunity to really see if it's what you want to do for your regular comps. Okay? I mean, I'm not even really pulling that hard, and my build is nothing special. It's just a quad coil 24 gauge Canthal. So for you guys that are using like the Nicrum or the stainless steel coils and like really doing some coils that are really focused on cloud production, you're going to get that much more out of this juice than what I'm getting. Now the flavor for this juice is great. Again, very similar to the blue raspberry. It's pretty much straight up watermelon. I will say that it's nowhere near as sweet as some of the other watermelon flavors out there. You got ones like the Pop Clouds watermelon, for example, which is a very, very sweet watermelon flavor. This one, it tastes like an actual watermelon, albeit maybe one that's not quite as ripe as what you would normally buy from the grocery store and cut up to eat for your picnics. It is a little bit on the sour side for a watermelon flavor, which is a little bit unusual for one that is straight up watermelon. But nevertheless, it is still a really good juice, and that's probably one that I'm going to be picking up here in the near future. But once again, we're going to go ahead and clean out this coil, make sure it's nice and white. Actually, for this next flavor, I'm going to go ahead and re-wick it. So I will be right back with you guys. Alright, and I got this all set up and ready to go. It's all nice and dripped already with the new cotton. I got that thing broken in. Once again, this is going to be the Mad Rabbit Lemon Meringue Pie. Got that nifty shiny label on there. All of them actually do have like a little price point thing with the fruit of whatever the flavor is on there. But let's go ahead and give this one a vape and see how this one is. This one is really, really, really good. And this is spot on to what I would hope it would be. Being a lemon meringue pie and personally being a fan of actually having lemon meringue pie for dessert, this is awesome. It's very lemony, but you still get that meringue and the crust that you would hope to get. The graham cracker crust is very subtle, so you do get primarily the lemon meringue, but it's still a great flavor. Personally, this is my favorite of the three. Between the lemon meringue, blue raspberry, and the watermelon, the lemon meringue is definitely the one that I'm going to be picking up first, and something that I could definitely vape the whole bottle. Obviously, these are pretty hefty sized bottles, so you're not going to be lacking on juice at any point when you buy yourself one of these. Now, I do want to give a couple of short gripes about these juices. First and foremost, when you see these bottles, you see the name of the bottle there, or the name of the flavor at the bottom of the bottle. Got the lemon meringue, the blue raspberry, but for some reason, the watermelon doesn't say. It's just got the little image there of the watermelon, and no title for what the flavor is actually supposed to be. Not really a big deal. Obviously, it doesn't affect what the juice actually is going to taste like. But it's just a little bit of that inconsistency with their packaging that kind of makes me really confused. I've noticed that the Mad Rabbit wire is like that too. Some of them will actually say what gauge they are, and then some of them don't. Maybe it's just them changing their labeling. I'm hoping that's actually what it is, that they're just changing their labeling around, and that's it. But it's just a little bit of a weird inconsistency. The other thing that I noticed, I'm going to grab a piece of paper over here, which I guess made me concerned a little bit. When I got this package, it came with this little piece of paper here from Mad Rabbit. Very briefly states, it has been brought to our attention that when our new bottles are squeezed hard, the cap may come off. Mad Rabbit e-juice is a thick juice. We are currently working with our lab to snip this, to snip it in the bud so that the tips are down and are less likely to come off. Great. So what you're saying is that there's a possibility that when I start getting like halfway through or lower in the bottle, when I'm squeezing this bottle, the actual top with the dripper on it might come off and then waste the rest of the juice. Not cool, guys. Not cool. Now, I will say that since it has been brought to their attention, they are doing what they can to make sure that it's not going to be a problem in the future. But for the time being, my recommendation would be simply to maybe transfer the juice into a unicorn bottle so you don't have that problem. Or maybe just put it in, if you have like any 30 ml bottles laying around, maybe just kind of transfer some and you can just use the dropper. Solid problem right there and then. So, yeah, those are really the only two complaints that I have with the juice. The flavors are great, all three of them. If you get an opportunity to get some of the Mad Rabbit juice, by all means, I do strongly recommend all three of them. But give yourselves an opportunity to try them out. And I'm going to end this real quick. So you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like them, I'm going to be posting a lot more. Make sure you subscribe. And like this video, leave a comment what you think I should vape next. If you want to see some product reviews, maybe some hardware, let me know, and I'll see what I can do for that too. All right? But for now, this is the Vaping Beaner signing off. You guys have a good one. Keep vaping.